Hello students, today we discuss what are the factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. From Ohm's law, we studied the resistance is the ratio of potential difference between the end of a conductor and current passing through that conductor. And we write the resistance as like this: the resistance R is equal to V by I, where V is the potential difference between the end of that conductor and I is the current passing through the conductor. Now, what are the factors affecting the resistance of the conductor? As it is independent of potential difference and current, what are the factors affecting the resistance of the conductor? From experimental study, it shows that the resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. So we can write that the resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. R is proportional to L. When length increases, resistance also increases. The second factor is that resistance is inversely proportional to area cross section. Resistance is inversely proportional to area cross section. When area cross section increases, resistance decreases. R is inversely proportional to area cross section. One more factor is that the nature of that material. It depends on the nature of the material. When material change, resistance also change. Different material having different resistance, even though the length is same and area cross section is same. So the nature of the material also affect the resistance of a conductor. So if you combine these two relations, that resistance is proportional to L by A. Resistance is proportional to L by A, and we are removing this proportionality constant by introducing, we are removing this proportionality by introducing a constant. So we are writing R is equal to rho into L by A. R is equal to rho into L by A. And this rho is known as the resistivity. Rho is known as what? Resistivity of that material. Or it is also known as specific. It is also known as specific resistance of that material. Specific resistance of that material or resistivity. This is independent of the dimension of the conductor. It does not depend on the length and area cross section of the conductor. It depends only on the nature of the material. If you are writing an equation for the resistivity, we can write as resistivity rho is equal to R into A by L. From this equation, resistivity rho can be write as R A by L. Now let us find what is the SI unit of this resistivity. We know that the SI unit of resistance is ohm and the SI unit of area cross section is meter square and that of length is meter. So here ohm meter, one of the meter getting cancelled. Ohm meter is the unit of SI unit of resistivity. Now let us see how can we define this resistivity. How can you define this resistivity? So again, from this equation of resistivity, rho is equal to R into A by L. R into A by L. If A equal to 1 square unit, A is equal to 1 square unit, either it may be meter square or in centimeter square, and length is equal to 1 unit. Length is equal to 1 unit. Then we getting rho is equal to R. Rho is equal to R. So what is resistivity? It is numerically equal to resistance of a conductor of unit length and unit area cross section. Resistivity of a conductor can be defined as it is the resistance of a conductor of unit length and unit area cross section. This resistivity is independent of the length and area cross section, it depends only on the nature of the material. Now we are going to see another form of Ohm's law. We already learned by Ohm's law, the potential difference can be written as V is equal to potential difference between the ends of a conductor can be written as V is equal to I into R. V is equal to I into R, where V is the potential difference between the end of a conductor and I is the current passing through the conductor and R is the resistance of that conductor. Here we have a conductor of, say this is the conductor of length L, A is the area cross section of the conductor and say R is the resistance of the conductor. V is the potential difference between the end of the conductor. V is the potential difference between the end of the conductor. Now we can write the resistance in terms of its resistivity and length. Say rho is the resistivity of that material. Rho is the resistivity of that material. So we can rewrite this equation as V is equal to I into, instead of resistance we can write as rho into L by A. Rho into L by A. We give a substitution as R is equal to rho L by A. R is equal to rho L by A. Okay. Now we can rewrite this potential difference in terms of electric field. Let us see how can you write the potential difference in terms of electric field. We know that the current starts flowing through this conductor when we are applying an electric field. If E is the electric field, E is the electric field on this conductor and L is the length of the conductor, V is what? Potential difference. So how can you write this potential difference in terms of electric field? We can write this potential difference as V is equal to E into L. What is E? E is the electric field through that conductor and L is the length of the conductor. Okay, the V is equal to E into L. And we are rewriting this equation as I by A. We are taking this I and A together. I by A into rho into L. I by A into rho into L. Here we introducing another vector quantity, that is current by area. Current per unit area cross section. Current per unit area cross section. And it is known as the I by A. The term I by A is a vector quantity and it is known as current density. It is known as what? Current density. Current per unit area cross section. Current flowing normally through a unit area cross section is known as current density. It is a vector quantity and its direction is along the direction of conventional current and it is denoted by a symbol J. It is denoted by a symbol J. J is equal to I by A. It is nothing but current flowing normal to the area, unit area cross section. Current flowing through a unit area cross section normally. It is known as current density. J is equal to I by A. Its direction is along the direction of conventional current. Now we can rewrite this I by A as J. E and J are vector. So we are writing this E is equal to, now one of the L on both sides get cancelled, J into rho. E is equal to J into rho. Okay, so if you are taking this rho to this side, left side, it will become E by rho into J. Okay, E by rho into J. Now another term, the reciprocal of resistivity. The reciprocal of resistivity. We have the 1 by rho, we can write here, the 1 by rho is equal to sigma. 1 by rho is equal to sigma is known as, the reciprocal of resistivity is known as conductivity. Conductivity. The reciprocal of resistivity is known as what? Conductivity. 1 by rho we are writing as sigma. It is the reciprocal of resistivity and known as the conductivity. And we are writing 1 by rho as sigma into E. Sigma into E is equal to J. Sigma into E is equal to J. This is another form of Ohm's law. Instead of current, we have current density. Current density J is equal to sigma into A, and this form is known as the vector form of Ohm's law. This is known as what? Vector form of Ohm's law. We are writing Ohm's law, that is current density J is equal to conductivity into electric field. J is equal to current density is equal to conductivity into electric field. And what is conductivity? Conductivity is the reciprocal of resistivity. And what is the SI unit of conductivity? We already learned the resistivity having a unit of ohm meter. Ohm meter is the SI unit of resistivity. So what is the SI unit of that reciprocal conductivity? Ohm raised to minus 1, meter raised to minus 1. Ohm raised to minus 1, meter raised to minus 1. Instead of ohm raised to minus 1, usually we can write as MHO. Just reverse that. Ohm. MHO. Ohm. Okay. Mho meter raised to minus 1. It is also using mho meter raised to minus 1. Another unit is also using, instead of ohm raised to minus 1, we can use capital S, Siemens. Siemens meter raised to minus 1. It is the SI unit of conductivity. Siemens meter raised to minus 1. It is the SI unit of conductivity. And this equation is known as J is equal to sigma into E is known as the vector form of Ohm's law. Thank you.